Hi, this is my tube priming video. So I performed hand hygiene before I came in, like I washed my hands, but I'll just go ahead and do some of this little sanitizer here. And I'm going to go ahead and put some gloves on as well. This just further helps to protect the patient, and it protects me as well from the medication that might be in this bag if it were to leak. So the first thing we're going to do, I've had to use this bag for practice, so that's why it's upside down, and that's why it's already been twisted off. But anyway, so we want to make sure that we've grabbed the right solution for our patient, that we've checked the MAR to make sure this is the right one. We're going to check the bag for discoloration and any particles that might be in the bag, and we want to check the expiration date to make sure that it's not expired, because we can't use it if it's expired. I would want to label this with the patient's name and the date and everything that I've started this bag and the time that I started this bag. I'm going to set it here for now just because it's going to leak everywhere. So I've also brought my tubing in here. We want to make sure that we have the right tubing. We want to make sure that this is not expired. Sometimes the tubing will come with a label, or you can get one from your unit or whatever and put it on this tubing up close to the chamber, and you'll want to put the date and the start time that you have started this tubing, and you'll want to put the date on here that this will need to be changed, and the time as well, and you'll want to initial it. You know, the CDC says it has to be changed at least every 96 hours. Every facility has their own policy, so it's usually typically between 72 and 96 hours. So, anyway, I had to use the tubing too, so that's why it's out of the bag. Important things, when this comes out of the bag, the roller clamp is, it's open, so we're going to want to close this. And the ends of this will need to stay sterile because it's going into our bag, and this end is going into our patient, so we want to make sure these two ends don't get contaminated, and we don't want this contaminated either. We don't want any pathogens to get into our fluid. So I'm going to grab this with my non-dominant hand, and I would twist this off. I've already done that because I used it already. I'm going to take this cap off, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to put this in here. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get it in there. Then I want to hang my bag. Oh, I can reach this. Uh-oh. Okay. So, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of this down into the chamber, and well, I guess I already had it open. So, make sure it's open, and this you don't have to take completely off, but you can loosen it just a little bit so that the fluid can roll down into your trash receptacle or whatever you're using. It's not flowing for some reason. There it goes. So we check for air bubbles. If you see air bubbles, I'm going to slow this down a little bit here. It's a bit much. If you have air bubbles, you invert these port sites. I actually don't see any air bubbles in the line this time. You invert those, and then your bubbles would twist through the tubing there. And it looks pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and clamp this off. And then, like I said, you would want to make sure this this stays capped until you're going to use it to hook into your patient. And I think that's about it.